Hello and welcome to Dingoes Ate My Podcast. I'm Paul.
I'm Dave.
I'm Justin.
And this week we're talking about the episodes 2 to Go and Grave. Because happy times are a-comin'. So these episodes both aired May 21st, 2002. 5.3 million viewers, which...
It's up, but not incredibly crazy numbers.
It would be pretty good for UPN, though. It'd probably be their highest rated show. Anyway, so in this episode, Buffy, Xander, and Anya try to pursue Willow, who has killed Warren to avenge his murder of Tara, and now plans to execute his two jailed accomplices. They discover that Willow has damaged Xander's car to prevent them from catching her. Buffy continues her pursuit on foot, using her Slayerness. Because Xander's just like, okay, I guess I'll catch up.
I guess I'll just be here.
The joys of being human.
Anya teleports into Jonathan and Andrew's cell shortly before Willow arrives. Anya and Buffy manage to evade Willow's attack and slip away with the two men. As Xander drives them in a stolen police cruiser, Willow attacks them with the truck she's wielding magically, which is really fucking cool. But her overuse of magic has drained her power and they escape. In a cave in Africa, Spike continues to pass stages in his ordeal. He fights a man with burning fists and eventually defeats and kills him, only to learn this is only the first stage.
Congratulations. You've completed step 1 of the first stage of all the particular things that you need to do.
Great. I'm not ready. I'm not done yet.
Dawn and Clem decide to go to the dark magician Rack's lair, expecting Willow to try to deal with him to recharge her powers. Buffy, Xander, and Anya regroup at the magic box and debate their course of action. Buffy believes she can convince Willow to relent, but the others disagree. Buffy heads for Rack's alone. Xander admits to Anya that he might have been able to stop Warren before he fired on Buffy and Tara, but was afraid to intervene unarmed. Willow then meets with Rack, who attempts to seduce her. She rejects his advances, seizes him, and drains his power and kills him. Just as Dawn arrives. Dawn's effort to calm a much more powerful Willow proves futile and serves to only annoy her. But Buffy arrives before she acts against Dawn. Buffy tries to talk with Willow, who replies that nothing in the world matters anymore since Tara's death. Willow teleports the group back to the magic shop, where Buffy and Dawn collapse. As Willow attacks, Anya fires a protection spell to shield Jonathan and Andrew. As Willow intensifies her attack, Buffy tries to attack her physically, allowing all but Anya to escape. Willow subdues Buffy, then disables Anya and negates her protection spells. As she declares her victory, she is struck down by a bolt of energy from the just arrived Giles.
Giles is back.
Giles is back.
And he's pissed.
Oh man,
Yes.
saved at the last minute.
So that is the first. That is 2 to go. So what did you guys think of the first half?
Ooh.
Had quite a build up to finally seeing Giles since he left, I guess.
It's been quite a while.
Yeah.
We haven't had Giles for most of the season.
Yeah, most certainly.
Yeah.
And it's great that they get him back here, and I love that they actually keep it a secret because they don't put his name in the front credits. It's at the end.
Yeah, I noticed that. It's just right in the credits. Guest starring. It's like, oh, okay, sure.
That's great because otherwise, if it was in the front credits, you'd be like, oh well, Giles is coming back.
Yeah,
But-
I mean it's meant to be a surprise, so makes sense.
Yeah. And they did that a lot on Angel as well, where they would have some big return and they'd put the person's name at the end.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so let's move on to Grave. Okay, Dark Willow tries to resist Giles' attack, rebuffing his attempts to help her. He is forced to bind her physically and magically. He informs Buffy and Anya that he has been empowered by this powerful coven in England, which sent him to combat Willow. As Buffy and Giles talk, Willow mind controls Anya so that Anya breaks Giles' binding spell. She throws Buffy down and resumes her magical duel with Giles. Xander and Dawn continue to protect Jonathan and Andrew. Xander is becoming more overwhelmed by guilt over his failure to act when Warren shot Buffy and murdered Tara. In Africa, Spike continues to complete his stages of his ordeal. Willow and Giles continue to duel. As she begins to overpower him, Willow also directs a magic attack at Xander, Dawn, and the others, forcing Buffy to leave to protect them. It's this giant ball of fire. And it's pretty freaking cool. Willow then defeats Giles and drains his magical strength. The power breaks down her emotional shields. Overwhelmed by her pain and the pain she senses, she announces that she will end it by ending the world. Buffy manages to partially block Willow's attack, but she and Dawn are thrown underground while Xander is knocked unconscious. Andrew and Jonathan flee, planning to escape to Mexico. At the magic box, Anya comes to him and finds a weakened Giles on the ground. He can feel Dark Willow's presence and knows that she is going to end the world. Buffy tries to climb out of the hole by pulling coffins out of the surrounding dirt walls to stack and try and escape him. After Xander comes to, Buffy sends him to find some rope and help him get out. Buffy and Dawn quarrel over Buffy's protective behavior. Anya appears, telling Buffy that Willow is raising a satanic temple of dark magic from underground and intends to use its artifacts to end the world by draining its life energies. She declares that Willow cannot be stopped by any magical or supernatural force, and that Giles is likely dying. Then teleports away. Xander hears the conversation and leaves to confront Willow. Willow speaks to Buffy telepathically, telling her that she deserves the right to die as a warrior, and raises these earth creatures to battle Buffy and Dawn. Willow begins her final ritual of destruction. Xander confronts her and physically tries to stop her from completing the ritual. She repels him with magical force, but wounded, he renews his efforts. He reminds Willow of their friendship and that he loves her no matter what. He tells her that if she destroys the world, she kills him as well, and that he will stay with her until she does. Willow's emotional barriers collapse, her dark powers drain away, and her physical transformation is undone as she collapses in tears. Giles revives and tells Anya that the magic Willow stole from him overpowered her emotional shield and gave Xander the chance to reach her. Anya is shocked to find that Xander saved the world. Buffy and Dawn reconcile as they climb out of the pit. In Africa, a severely bruised and bloodied Spike successfully completes his ordeal and demands his promised reward, his greatest desire. Accordingly, his soul is returned to him. So that ends Season 6. So what did you all think of the second half?
That one particular scene when Giles came back and heard the whole story from Buffy was hilarious.
Oh, yes.
That was a scene, indeed. It's like, man, I've been sleeping with Spike, Dawn's a klepto, and all that, and then starts laughing.
Yeah.
Just a wonderful little lighthearted moment in comparison to Willow coming with all of her dark power and then deciding to end the world. And also the case of, haha, you stole my power and your emotional barrier is destroyed, so now you'll feel somewhat bad and stop doing all these evil things. I feel so bad that I need to destroy the...
Justin, what do you think?
This episode was a bit of an emotional roller coaster in a way, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean,
is it a roller coaster if it's just kind of constantly going down?
well,
It did do a couple spirals.
yeah, there were spirals as it was going down. With Xander being all like, there's no other place I'd rather be than with my best friend at the end of the world. I guess. It's like, well, alright. Xander's not going anywhere. Will Willow complete the ritual? Yeah, probably not because Xander's there.
Well, and also because there's another season.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, that kind
I
of
mean, sure, you can have another season with no Earth.
Yeah, or with no cast.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, that's probably not important. So how do you feel about the way they defeat Willow?
I mean, it's the only way that kind of makes sense, really.
Yeah, it is.
So...
Aside from the, oh, hello, Willow, now you died.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if that were the case, then I'm pretty sure that would have been the most depressing ending of this season.
And I don't think you can kill Willow. I think you need that character in the show. Because, who else is going to fill that void? Because, Anya, I guess, kind of could, but that's not going to really work. Because she doesn't have the same connection to Buffy. Because Buffy doesn't... if you take away Willow, Buffy doesn't have that kind of best friend. So it just kind of wouldn't work. Alrighty. So, international titles. Oh, we're in for roller coaster here. So, for 2 to go, in Brazilian Portuguese, 1 down, only 2 remain. In German, there were only 2. And in French, this is probably my favorite, and I kind of wish it's what the episode was called. All the World's Sorrow Part 1.
Oh, that definitely would have been fairly good, but...
Alrighty, so international titles for Grave. In Brazilian Portuguese, Judgment Day. In German, The Savior. And in French, All the World's Sorrow Part 2.
Nah.
I love it.
At least the Savior is ambiguous on who the Savior is, really.
Yeah, and I mean, Judgment Day isn't a bad one either.
Yeah.
It's okay.
None of them are really bad.
Yeah.
So for music, we have Thomas Wanker doing the original score, and we get a Sarah McLachlan song at the end of Grave, which is Prayer of St. Francis, which God only knows how much that cost them. Alrighty then. So, that completes Season 6.
Yes.
What did you guys think of Season 6?
There was a musical in this season.
There was. Remember when the show was fun?
A little bit.
Yeah.
It's kind of buried underneath all of the
So,
emotions.
would you really say the quote-unquote big bad of the season is Willow?
Technically, yes.
Technically, but, I mean, it's not really what the overarching big bad is in this season.
Well, I mean, no, technically the overarching big bad is depression.
Yeah, or just life in general.
Yeah.
It's like, well, we're growing up and the shit's kind of getting hard now. Kind of deal.
Yeah,
And dealing with other things like loss and other things.
Yeah, there's not... there is sort of a big bad, but not really.
Yeah, not a physical being big bad in that sense.
Yeah, there's not, a master vampire or a god or someone that they have to kill.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's more of a... yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. So... Season 7. This will have a more traditional big bad.
Well, I mean, how else are you going to end it out?
It will have the biggest of bads.
The Master from Season 1?
Oh, well, he will pop up.
Oh, good.
Oh, yay.
Sort of. Anyway, the next episode we'll be covering is Season 7, Episode 1, Lessons.
We're going back to school?
And
Yes!
Yay!
Here I thought the lessons were over.
Yay, school, fun time.
Oh, you have no idea. Dawn finds vengeful spirits in the new Sunnydale High, while Giles is rehabilitating Willow in England. They're reopening the school.
Oh.
Oh, boy.
Okay.
And we're going to meet a bunch of new characters, and it's going to be great. And we're going to meet our big bad in the first episode.
Oh, there you go.
Which is something that hadn't been done prior to Season 7.
Yeah, because I don't think Glory wasn't really revealed till later, and yeah, no, not really.
Also, Season 6 is the only season finale that Joss Whedon did not write and direct.
Odd.
Yes. And it's...
Probably because he didn't want the series to end yet, or what?
No, he did all the season finales up until now, and he'll do Season 7. I think it was because he was working on 2 other shows at the time.
Okay, gotcha.
Because I'm not 100% sure, but I know he was doing Angel, and I think Firefly was this year, although it might have been next year. But I think it was this year.
Okay, so he's been busy with other projects for the most part.
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
So, do you guys have any expectations for Season 7, knowing you're going into the last year?
None. Well, with the end of Grave and Dawn showing her capabilities, it would be interesting to see what other stuff she'll be able to do.
Yeah, Dawn was actually able to slay a few things here.
You have no idea what you've just said.
Duly noted.
Slay a few things?
Yep.
Oh,
I'm
boy.
just going to say there's going to be a lot of potential in this season. And until next time, I'm Paul.
I'm Dave.
And I'm Justin.